it's a special time for everyone in the club. I won't say too much. All I want to do is introduce our coach, and he's got a fair bit to say, so give me your attention. So Matthew Shawcross.
Thanks, Chris. Look, I won't keep it too long, but I just wanted to get up here tonight and pay tribute to quite a few people who've made this possible. It's been 7 years since I took over as coach at the club. I've been involved in the club for about 3 years before that with the junior program. And after about 3 years, Cook invited me over to his place one night and basically put a bit of a pitch forward to come over and coach the seniors. And it's probably fair to say back in those days we were struggling a bit on field, and through a lot of hard work and a lot of patience and a lot of persistence, we decided that we were going to go down the route of promoting our junior players, and that was the path we were going to go. We weren't going to go down the easy path to go out and buy a heap of players and all that sort of stuff. We were going to go the hard road. We were going to develop our kids and our younger senior players, who back in those days, guys like Dill, who was probably only, barely out of being a teenager himself back then, and, we were able to put the work into those guys, and we've done the hard road. Have a look where it's got us, boys. Have a look where it's got us. Very, very, very proud day for the club. Very proud 2 weekends, really, when you think about it, with our ones premiers, our twos premiers, our under-17s premiers, and our under-15s premiers. That's a pretty healthy sign for a healthy club, isn't it? So, I would like to, before I introduce the players from the A Turf to come up, I want to pay tribute to a few of the unsung heroes in our club. And in particular, I want to pay tribute to the women in our club. And I guess from an A-Turf perspective, particularly want to pay tribute to our scorer all season, Toshi. And also, a lot of people might not know Darshi, who's Toshi's sister, who's been supporting us all year as well. In particular, we've got other unsung heroes behind the scene, like people like Kerry, who brought lots and lots of kids to come and support us, particularly to this grand final, which was outstanding. And so thank you, Kerry. Finally, the last person within our female support team with the A-Turf, I think we'd all agree the absolute most outstanding afternoon team in the competition. Well, that far is not funny. Now, the team. It's been an emotional roller coaster for me this weekend, and I was saying to a few people before, I think I got to sleep at about 12:30 last night, and I was absolutely wide awake at 4 o'clock this morning, so I could not get back to sleep. So forgive me if I get a bit emotional when I'm doing this, because I'm actually very, very tired as well. So, I'd like to introduce the team. Bit grumpy, didn't he? I was very Bloke who's done it all for us this year, 500 plus runs. Must have been close to 30 wickets now. I was just talking to his dad before, and not only obviously a terrific cricketer, but obviously an absolute credit to his family, and just a ripping bloke to play cricket with. You wanted something done. You wanted something done in a game in a key moment. This guy delivered for us time and time again. Will Dawson.
We won't hold that against him.
Thank you, everyone.
Bloke who's legend of the club. Played senior cricket with the club for I think over 20 years. He was telling me that he was a 12th man in a grand final back in '94 as a 16-year-old. And, you know, I've played a lot of cricket with this guy since I've been at the club, and he's just an unbelievable competitor, fighter, wears his heart on his sleeve and will just do anything to help his team win. And I'm just so rapt to be able to call you a premiership teammate, Adam Chich. This is one that's going to be hard for me to keep together. This young bloke started coaching, I think, when he was about 8 or 9 years old. And I remember the first game that I ever saw him play, but the second ball he faced as an 8-year-old, he square cut this 13-year-old for forward. I thought, this kid could play a bit. And anyway, the kid could play a bit, and went through and played ones at our club, I think, when he was 13, as a keeper batsman. Then, you know, obviously was lucky enough to go over and play some Premier cricket for about 3 years at Footscray. Anyway, obviously this year Tim didn't play cricket at the start of the year with his VCE, and I remember standing about probably just over where Stocky's standing now, talking to Cassie at the Christmas party, and we'd just been beaten by Point Cook by about 40 runs the game before Christmas. I remember saying to Cassie, we are that close to being in a position to win a premiership this year. We need to get one more bat. So we need to get Tim Marnie back playing in the second half of the year. So Lars and I, you know, spent a bit of time talking to Tim over the Christmas break, and to Tim's credit, even though perhaps he wasn't really looking to play cricket this year, and perhaps was a little bit jaded from, you know, his time, you know, at the higher level. To his credit, absolute credit, he put the club ahead of that, and saw an opportunity that he was able to come back and perhaps help us, you know, in our quest to win a flag. And I think anyone who was there yesterday and saw this young bloke bat, absolute, that far class above anyone else that played in that game as a batsman, that innings that he played yesterday. You know, I hope you really, really enjoyed it, mate, and I hope it rekindles your passion for the game. So, Tim Marnie. Next bloke. Next guy, I spoke a little bit at selection the other week. You know, 18 months ago, and it's, you know, 18 months ago, our ones were really struggling, and this guy contacted the club, and you know, the rest is history. He had an injury last year, didn't allow him to bowl much, but we could see right from the word go, he was a class player, and he's had an unbelievable year this year, 30 plus wickets, over 250 runs, and we saw today, in a pressure situation, him come to the fore for us and just produce a magnificent performance. Agar Adil. I think the really special thing about this side, as I said, is that it's filled with homegrown players. And next guy, you know, he's been here since he was a little kid. went through the tough times, played, over a decade in the ones here and played in probably a lot of teams that really struggled. But he's stuck with the club. He started the season in the twos, and probably was a bit of a tough pill to swallow for him. But he worked his backside off, got back into the ones and held his spot all year and played some really, really key roles and kind of, I reckon, really, really improved as a batsman this year. Really learned to play in big situations. He played a really key role for us in the semi as well. James Rose. Another about homegrown players. This young bloke, as I said the other week, he's turned himself, in the space of 2 years, he's turned himself from a thirds player into a ones premiership player. And that's an absolute testament to the hard work, the commitment, and the energy that he puts into his game. And, it's just sensational to see this young bloke playing in a ones flag. James Vella. Rocky's actually very subdued tonight. It's normally a bit more. Okay, next up, guy new to our club this year. I said the other week, first training session we saw was a Dave Mackay session. Dave and I are standing next to each other. I've turned to Dave. I've watched this guy bat for 5 minutes. I said, this guy could be a match winner for us this year, and it's absolutely proved to be the case. The thing about this bloke is that it's not just about the fact that he's made over 400 runs and he's taken 25 wickets, but it's the fact that with an injury and under duress, this guy, he dug deep for us last Saturday and bowled 15 overs and got 2 for 20 odd with a very, very dodgy shoulder, and that's huge heart and huge courage. And Mossad, congratulations.
What's your shoulder?
I have to say, those of you who weren't there, last Saturday, Mossad got a wicket with his very first ball. First ball he bowled in a game for 6 weeks up with his shoulder. Got a caught and bowled, brilliant caught and bowled down low, first ball. And we've all come in the huddle, and Rocky's come up behind him, bearing in mind the guy's been bowled for 6 months. And has grabbed him like this and lifted him off the ground. Took about 10 of us to drag Rocky off him. Shoulder, mate, shoulder.
The lift comes from the legs.
Okay. Next up, what a story this young bloke is. Came to this country as a refugee as a 7-year-old. To put it mildly, probably had a pretty shit start in life. And he's come here and got involved with a local cricket club as about a 7-year-old. And, was just a good little junior cricketer for quite a long time. And then all of a sudden, 2 years ago, grew, significantly and, worked really hard in his game. And it's gone from playing our twos a bit last year to all of a sudden coming to our ones, taking, I think, 32 wickets at an average of 5.5 which is just ridiculous. And on top of that, obviously a lot of talent, just a ripping young kid, you know, and brought a lot of energy and a lot of fun to the team. And while he was sort of always talking himself up all year as a bat, you know, the fight and the ticker that he showed as a tail end bat today just says volumes for, you know, what he's got up here as well. And it was a real mental toughness, and it's going to, you know, make no mistake, today was the last game that Connor played for Sunshine Heights for, I hope, 20 years, you know. He's got a huge future in front of him. For those of you who don't know, he's just been selected or in a cutback squad for the Vic Under-17 team next year. The future is very, very bright for him, and I just challenge you, mate, to take, like, you know, you'll always remember you're a Sunshine Heights Premiership player, and now you go to that next level, and you go as high as you can possibly go, because the sky's the limit for you. I don't think I've ever seen a young fast bowler with as much talent as you. Now the hard work kicks in, and you can go as far as you want to go. I can't about yet. Our 12th man, another young boy who came through our junior program and has had his opportunities this year down at Footscray Edgewater, but it was absolutely terrific to have him back as part of the team for the grand final. I think if anyone, you know, captain our under-17 premiership last weekend, and if anyone heard him speak last Sunday night would agree, very, very impressive young man, very impressive and talented young cricketer, who I hope really takes most of his chances down at Footscray as well and goes a long way. Okay,
The midget.
All right. Finally, to our co-captains.
Double.
We tossed this up a bit, you know, the start of the year, how it's going to all work, and we decided that we wanted to try and develop some other leaders in the club, and you know, Shane and Dill were the obvious choices, and I think the results speak for themselves, but the way they've worked together, both absolutely ripping blokes to play cricket with, and I think the way they've grown in their tactics and their captaincy, and look, even the fact last Sunday when they're under a fair bit of pressure, you know, from the opposition wanting to play and all that, they stuck firm. You know, there was no way known we were going to get, you know, railroaded into playing on a weak wicket and all that sort of stuff. You know, all the sort of stuff that good leaders need to be able to do when they're under pressure. And both have had, you know, terrific years. You know, I mean, anyone saw Shane's leg side stumping of Indy last Saturday. You know, it was probably a real game-changing moment, absolute game-changing moment. And you know, he's been a terrific stalwart of the club over so long. I'm just so wrapped that you've got an A-turf flag, Shane. And to Dill, just, you know, I said to Dill just privately before, he stuck with us through all the hard times. You know, he came here as a 20-year-old, and, you know, when we weren't that strong, and, you know, clubs have offered him money every single year to go and play somewhere else, and he stuck with us, and, you know, he's seen it through, and now he's a premiership captain, and he's got such exciting times ahead. From an individual point of view, you know, from an individual point of view, 250 plus runs, I think about 35 wickets in the end, which is unbelievable. And for those who don't know, our grand final MVP today. So, you know, I was just saying before, you know, we started the year, we sacked the captain, we sacked the scorer, and we got the Samara Singer duo in, and you know, it's all been fixed.
Toshi Better.
Shane Ramsey and Samara Singer.
speech. Yeah. Usually what I do is like I talk in Sinhalese and Matt translate in English. I'm going to talk about him today, so he can't do that. Yeah, he described about everyone else, and we can't forget all the hardships Matt gone through. I've known him only for 7 years, and every single day I usually come very late for training, 6:45, 7. He's here around 5:30 every single day. I don't know how many stats he's going through all the week, and he comes with unbelievable ideas on Saturday mornings. We never listen this year, but yeah, it's unbelievable man to have in our team, and all the views he gives. So yeah, he will say like me and Shane, but yeah, in my view, we had 3 captains in the team, and we win it. So congratulations.
Our Turf Premiership team. Final thing I just want to say before Lars comes up to do the B-Turf. There's one bloke who I particularly want to single out tonight. And he's been an unbelievable support to me in my time as the coach. I mean, you just could not hope for a better person to have at the head of your club. And I want to pay tribute to his lovely wife Irene as well, who's just long suffering and First Lady. And Cook and I think we spend more time on the phone than he does to probably anyone else in his contacts. But his unbelievable support to me. What he's done for this club, we said when we met, Dill was at that meeting, and Shane, last April, and we said everything about this club is great. We're the best community club going around. We've got the best junior program going around. We've got unbelievable facilities. We've won premierships in our live grades. The only thing we haven't achieved is an A-Turf premiership for 23 years. That's the only thing. That was the last thing we needed to do to make our club truly, truly great. And so, Cook, you're a huge part of this because you were the backbone of it. And as a result, I want to present you with a premiership medal, mate.
Now, just as you're all sitting down, Lars, get ready, Lars. Look, there's a couple of things I want to say. Apparently, we're number 3 on Martin's list. Look, one thing I've got to do look, just quickly, I know you've all been very patient listening, but one thing I forgot to do earlier was really just single out our live members that are here today. Chris Constantinides, where are you, Connor? There's also our full-time hero, Chris Constantinides, who's the back.